What up, it's your boy Stefan with the Master of Me podcast. Master of Me? Hey, my man. What do you mean master? How do you become master of anything? You tell me. You focus all of your energy on one thing. One thing, man. What up, it's your boy Stefan. It's the Master of Me podcast. We are here today to fulfill a promise, and that promise is to only speak when my words bring value. Well, I'm here with a friend of mine, longtime friend, high school friend. What's important about this relationship is that the concept of this podcast is growth. And when you bring people in your life or you're a part of somebody's life and you see their growth and they see your growth, it's inspiring to others to continue to grow. Whether you're pushing them to help them do more push-ups, helping them through problems in life, or you're doing your best that you can, and they're doing their best that they can. That's the inspiration that I'm talking about right now, is looking at a man, seeing how he's doing, talking to him, learning how he's doing, and then from there, being authentic, being real, being vulnerable, using that to take the lessons that we're learning in the trenches of our lives and growing from them. Ladies and gentlemen, Erik Estrada here with me. Erik, tell him what's up, man.
That's a hell of an intro right there.
That was
yeah, that's
man,
good.
welcome.
That's good.
Thank
I love
you,
that.
thank you,
I
thank
love
you.
that. But no, I'm super happy to be here. First podcast, so super excited about it. But just like you mentioned, it's awesome to. I mean, we've known each other for years, and then just seeing us and our friends and everyone just grow and become real adults, have families, have kids, and same thing. Just kind of following you and just. Either in person or through socials and just seeing your growth and what you've done
100%.
These past few years is crazy.
It's exciting, man. And that's and same, vice versa to you, man. I think being able to look at you and seeing you grow, man. I've seen you from, man, there was a time that I was doing the stuff with AZ Muscle and you were, and this is me like in deep growing. Like I was trying to buy my house and I was working a security guard job. I think this had to be like 2013, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there, I think, like in that little gap. And like watching you bodybuild, how disciplined you were. Like it was the first sign of like, I haven't met a person that chiseled yet. Yeah. And you were dialed in, bro. Like walking into Platinum Fitness and just seeing you like, with your long hair pulled back and like ready to ride, but like you were eating healthy, like you had a fitness coach, and then you were showing up and doing the work on stage, but most importantly, showing up and doing the work in the gym. And that stuff, that discipline, I think like if there's one attractive trait from one man to another, it's discipline, because it's so easy to fall off track in those areas. So if you can stay disciplined in this area, you can stay disciplined in other areas. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So watching something like that is like, all right, you're doing real estate now. And I've seen you tackle some big mountains in the fitness industry. And now that you're jumping in, it's the same thing. We're back at Platinum Fitness, but now we're in the real estate world. Like it's coming, you know, and it's exciting to be a part of the journey just because the best prediction of the future is the past, and I've seen the past before and the growth of it. So I'm excited to be a part of this journey and watching you grow here. Yeah, dude, that's exciting. Talking about growth and family, tell us about your family at home. How you said you have 3 kids now?
Yeah, total. My wife and I total it's 4.
Let's go.
So we have our Bella, 16-year-old. So we have a huge range.
Okay.
My son Rowan, he's 11, and then the 2 babies we have. Gia, she's 2 in a couple months, and then Anastasia, she's 9 months old. Dude. So we were set, we were good, and then we decided to restart. But I mean, we're blessed.
It's a blessing. I believe the same as far as like when you think you have rhythm and you're comfortable. It's like if we're truly like put on this earth to grow, then like if we get comfortable and we get focused on that, then we're not in growth anymore, right? Like even though you're helping the kids grow and you're doing your own goals and stuff like that, but at the same time, like to add another kid or another life to it, to like God wouldn't bless you with that if you weren't meant to do it. Like if the cards, it wasn't in your cards, it wouldn't be. And the fact that you have that to bring a fourth on, and you know, at a young age, all over, like with the crying and stuff like that, like, I could imagine the balance that you just gotta work on the patience and stuff like that.
Oh, 100%. It's and we talked about it before. It's like we're there to help them grow, but then they also help us grow so much too as adults. And it's like I'm relearning to have patience all over again with the little ones. And it's so many lessons just to be like taught to them, and then for ourselves to learn as well.
Right.
But no, everything, our families always has come first for me, and I'm just blessed to have them and my beautiful wife, and she's always as supportive as can be, especially when I jumped into real estate, because I was in the insurance industry for 13 years.
Yes.
13 years, and then just one day wasn't about it.
I thought you were gonna die at Geico, man.
Right? Like, but I had her to support me, and she saw the passion I had in it, and just what I was learning and my potential. And sometimes she sees it more in me than I see it in myself. So super thankful to have her just backing me 100%. And she's like, no, just take the leap. Like, believe in yourself, do it for yourself. So I was just okay.
Dang, like what blessing that has to be to just get the blessing from the person that you're like leading and always trying to be attractive to, and you know, keep that person in your life. But like when men don't know, but then also to get like they have faith in you because you've done so much evidence building of leading the way. They're like, go do it.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like, all right, I have to do it now.
Yeah.
You have something to prove.
Yeah.
Like, that's
have
exciting.
to do it now. And now I'm even more motivated because you're there.
There's something.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Because the Geico life, and I mean, I don't have to name drop that way, but the way you were getting paid there to now, like, it can bring out the best of you in cases, and other times, like, it's scary, right? Because we're so like
100%.
How do you embrace that?
Yeah, going from like just a corporate job, being stuck in an office, and but still having that guaranteed paycheck every 2 weeks, versus now it's like shit. If I don't work my ass off, I'm not getting paid.
Right.
And it's a little bit of, it could be stressful if you look at it that way, and some people definitely do. But for me, it's been just more motivating.
Right.
And everything I do is now for myself and my business and my brand of my name of who I am, and doing it for my family.
Right.
And just for me, it pushes me even harder than just working for some big corporation in a sense.
You know what I like about this concept is because I'm looking at, like, in essence, what we're doing, like, let's go back to like bodybuilding, like the people that they're in the same realm if they're doing it full time, right? Like it's all in. So if in this case, we all have the same playing field, I feel like if you can understand how to communicate with people, find out the needs, bridge the gap, push paperwork around, like, and the jobs like that you do before, like, they lead up like that, especially in places where you come from customer service. Like those are all helpful things. You don't have to be like the biggest, baddest out there. You don't have to, like, you don't have to sacrifice your body in some cases, like your time with that. And like, so a builder to a real estate agent, like, you're in essence like hunting and killing for yourself. Yeah. And so you have to be all in. Yeah. But what I like about this realm is that it's an even playing field as far as like the skill sets that you can get them. Like, you don't have to be genetically gifted in certain areas and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, me being so brand new to the industry, there's people that have been doing it for years. Right. And it comes down to, okay, who's gonna execute? Right. And that's then, just like you said, like, for me, fitness and bodybuilding has translated into everything. And if my fitness and my health is like on point, then my mindset's on point.
Love that.
And everything, like, just, okay, I gotta eat my meals, I got to get this workout, and I got to do this, that, I got to follow this meal plan. Like, when I competed, it was hella strict, but all I had to do was follow the plan. Right. All I had to do was show up and execute. It's the same thing with real estate and everything else. I just got to do the work. If I do the work, I'm going to be successful. I'm going to make money. Right. I'm going to get where I want to get and grow my business. And yeah, the only thing that would stop it is myself.
Right. That's crazy. That's what I'm talking about with evidence building, as far as you having evidence right now in your life that you've done the work and you got the results of it.
Yeah.
And so, like, again, like, you're just back in another season of what you've done before. And the fact that you've got to experience it in other areas, then that you gotta get after it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't get to the goals that you want to. And not even just talking about the money part of it, like talking about the completion. It feels good to get on the phone with the person, tell them what you're gonna do, and then 30 days later, do it.
Yeah.
Complete it. Be done. And it's like, I said I was gonna get it done, and I got it done.
Yeah. No, I think that's one of the best feelings is being able to help somebody else, whether it's like a first-time home buyer, right, whether it's a friend that you're helping sell their home. I do some off-market stuff too. So if somebody's just in a bind and they're like, their house is about to be foreclosed on, and just get them a cash offer, just to be able to do that and get them paid in we've had people close in like a week or less.
Right.
So get them paid in a week, and they're in a way better position. And it's fulfilling to be able to
That's exciting too, because people go through like just hardships, right? And like parents pass or life changes happen, and they're no longer employed, but they need to they've wrote out their time that they can to try to figure it out. And then at some point you need to call for help. And then that helping point is like, all right, who can get me out of this jam before they take their house or something? And then they have nothing to do. Like there's no benefit. Like it's gone versus like now you can take what you got and go start something new. Yeah. And like that's helpful, because some people I feel like don't even know that they have a path that they can call if they get into a jam, right? Because there's a lot of pride and egos and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, like, we also, as humans, sometimes like the thrill of trying to figure it out, like, can get stuck in that too long. Yeah. Like if you don't reach out for help. Like, so it comes from the same side on my side, like with servicing and stuff like that. Like if people get stuck, like I can only stress so much that like, hey, if something's going on in their life, then like I want to know about it. Whether it's a life event, something good, something bad too, so that way, because I can't change what I can't see, and if I don't know what direction to point you in, then I can't help, right? Especially when we got to the closing table and like everything's so happy, and like we also talk about the fact that like I get to use my testament of like my first 5 years in the home with newly being married, and I just love working with first-time home buyers the same way, because you develop yourself through those 5 years and things get tough, and if you do it alone and you work through it, then great. And at the same time, like there's phone calls that I get to have that I get to go back to those stories and pull them out, and then work through the financial part of it, and then everybody's cool again, and it's like, dang, like I'm valuable. I'm actually helping a person's life here, and it feels good. There's something great about that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we're just like problem solvers.
100%.
That's what we are.
100%.
Like we're here to solve people's problems. You do it on that financial side. I do it on the real estate side. It's like, what is your problem? Okay, this is a problem. Okay, let's find a way to solve it together, so that we find a solution and just put you in a better place.
That's crazy, man. What has been your favorite experience about being in real estate right now?
Real estate, I would say, man, I think it's the people.
Right.
I've been lucky enough to meet some great people, I think, that are already in the industry that are super successful. I got into real estate initially just off of watching videos of one of like my coaches, in a sense, Templeton Walker. He's based in Phoenix. Him and his partner, Miguel, they're beasts when it comes to real estate for off-market wholesaling, fix and flips, whatever it may be. Like, they're savages. Right. So one day I just drove up to Phoenix and showed up. They were hosting like a little event. I just popped in and started listening to what they had to say and started just making friends. And I mean, they've been kind of guiding me and coaching me ever since then. And that got me into it. And here in Tucson, I mean, I'm part of Gabe Nevada's team. And
I love Gabe, by the way. I've said that twice, 3 times already.
He's a savage too. In Tucson, man, I mean, he could go anywhere and do the same thing. And but he is guiding me on the retail side, which is awesome, because I'm learning that as much as possible. but then he has flips going all the time as well. So I'm just shadowing him and
Right.
just experience as much as I can. And
Dang.
he's introduced me to guys like Kyle Montarian and just other people around town.
Right.
So it's awesome. It's awesome to be
What
able
a blessing to
it.
like be able to absorb as much as you can from somebody who's seasoned already. It's
Yeah,
like
from like some of the best in town. Yeah.
Right, and it's like somebody who's been through like enough to like share exactly what not to do. And like sometimes like that's the best way. Sometimes you gotta learn on your own, and other times like you can just do what people are asking, and that is like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Because I did it, and here's what happened. Like you get to learn from the wise.
Yeah, learn from everyone else's mistakes that have
100%. They've already done it enough, and it caused them pain and all that good stuff. That's exciting, dude. This is a moment that like I get to soak in being here with you, because like high school I feel like can be the biggest in people's lives sometimes. Like it's like everything they did back in high school, right?
Yeah.
Like all those big moments, like that tackle, that for me like the wrestling slam or whatever it is. Like those are pivotal moments. But now like we get to make new ones, right? Because like our life is maybe like a quarter and some change over, you know, and we get to make some more moments that are big because we're doing like big stuff and like changing people's lives. And like it's not so many people watching in a room, but it's moments like this where people will still get to see the great things that we're doing. Yeah. And that's exciting, dude. Have you ever helped anybody from high school?
Like so far, yeah, I'm helping one of my friends. He's also a lender, Jose Avila. It was his parents' home, so we have that on market currently.
Yeah.
And,
I talk to Jose a lot too. Yeah. Like he'll run questions by me and stuff like that. Like
he's I've known him since. Since Corbett, so like elementary.
Dang, you went to Corbett too?
Yeah.
Dude, I went to Corbett.
Dang, really?
I grew up on 29th and Swan, bro.
Yeah,
like,
it's not even there anymore. They just like destroyed it. And
I know. They put some nice looking houses. I'm glad they kept the name Corbett though. They did. They called it like the Corbett Complex or whatever it is, but they're like those Pepper Viner looking homes. They might be Pepper Viner.
I think it is. Actually. I think it is. Yeah.
Those are cool. They're like, for me, like not talking crap, but they're like little lunch boxes, but they're cool looking lunch boxes of like houses.
They have them all different colors.
Yeah, their colors different. They feel like the best clubhouse you can make.
Right. But it's good. It's affordable, I'm sure, compared 100%. To some other houses. I mean,
they feel like urban living to me. They're kind of cool. That's what I meant. They're just kind of tight and like you're
start building
space.
Up.
Yes. Versus wide and space wise, but they still do them in a way where like they look cool. Yeah. Like the inside. Like I walked them before and on Old Spanish Trail when they had them there, and those were cool. Like I'm like, yeah, I guess in another world, like this would be tight.
Yeah.
But I enjoy my backyard, dude. Like stuff like that. Like,
that's the goal.
Space and backyard and dogs and.
Yeah, I want to be on an acre eventually. That's the goal. At least an acre. Try and be a cowboy out there. Have some horses and stuff. That's exciting.
Dang, you like the cowboy stuff too? I thought that was just your brother. Like,
no. At my wedding, I was wearing a cowboy hat.
No way. Real deal. I like that. Yeah. That's exciting. Yeah, dude, come a long way since Corbett. What middle school did you go to then?
Vale.
You went to Vale. Okay. I went to I went to Corbett all the way until 3rd grade, and then 4th and 5th I moved to Roberts.
Oh, okay.
And then from Roberts, I got into I say I got into because my mom like gave me this idea that it was a big thing to go to Booth Fickett. So I went to Fickett because it was magnet. Mm-hmm. But in turn, that got me into Tucson High, so I started my journey there. So by the time I got to you at Palo Verde, like I had been through the ringer, and like socializing and stuff like that was like not even part of my thing anymore. Like I had done already enough socializing that I just had I had 2 years to make up that year at Palo Verde. So I was grinding in morning school, like before, at lunch, and then after school, and weekend academy too. So I was going to Project More for weekend academy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And another funny note that you probably didn't know that is that was my 6th year of high school already.
Really?
I was a super senior there. So I was sitting on 20 years old, and they said if I didn't graduate that May, that I had to go get a GED, like by law. So I sucked it up, did everything I did. I just remember Mr. Mead coming to me like on graduation day, and because I didn't know if I was going to walk or not. Like I had a cap and gown and stuff just in case, and him and Miss Pilat came, and they were like, "You're good to go." So I don't even know if I passed the Ames math test. So after that, like that was the piece that I was missing because I had made the credits up, but it was the Ames math that I was still back on and got through it. But like after that moment, like I felt like I got a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
And from there, like I just got into really working math, like through Pima. So I went to Pima, went to U of A, and just like focused on math. Like I spent time with all the tutors and got everything down that like it's a beautiful thing to see like my daughter who's in third grade asking me like fractions and like me sitting down with her and I'm like, this is tight, dude. Like I'm so glad I put that extra effort into that because like I meet men where like sometimes I'll talk about like, damn, you read books, dude, like that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like it's cool, but like same thing would go for math, right? Like if you had to break down math, like you don't know when you need it again until you're trying to explain it. And like the fact that like having the kids, we were talking about that when we started this conversation, and the kids, like you get to be a student twice because you're teaching them and you're relearning it at the same time. And you're like, I know why this goes. I know why it goes there now. And you get to explain it. When you're explaining it, you're relearning it. It's like, dude, like you start to feel good. Like I got this, dude. Like this is
and then you start to see how they're teaching it now. I'd like same thing with my son. He's doing homework. I'm like, why are you learning it this way? I did not learn it this way. Just do it my way because it's easier and you're still going to get the right answer.
100%. 100%. And you know what? I had this conversation with my wife last night and she was like, well, also we're going to go to your teacher to see how she would teach it. And I was honest. I was like, I'm teaching you how to get straight to the answer. I have no idea how to introduce it. Like on the whys and wheres, like it was just a specific type of math problem. And it's like, this is why you do it. Boom, boom, boom. And this is how you break it down. Boom. And like there wasn't so much of like slowing it down and giving the methods behind it, but it was like, all right, so now you know both. So if you get stuck and you're overthinking, like you'll at least know how to get to the answer. Exactly. And then if you get tested on the whys, like that's important too. Like why would you need to do that? Especially if you have to explain it to somebody else, like why you got to step back. Especially if my way doesn't work one time on you, like you got to know how to start from the foundation again and go through the steps on why you got to get there. Real estate, family, fitness.
Trying to stay fit.
Good.
Trying to stay fit when I can.
Good. It sounds like what are you doing like on your regimen right now?
Just gym. Just my normal workouts.
Where are you going to gym at?
I go to World.
How's
gym.
World?
I enjoy it.
I see it's like the place.
It's the place. It reminds me of like back when it was Gold's Gym, not Platinum. Like old
what, downtown or Speedway?
Speedway.
Okay.
But I go early. I try and not get out as early as I can. You already know those times where it's like if you go like early afternoon, it's just gonna be way too fucking busy, and there's gonna be too many people, and they'll just be in the way. So.
Dude, I was barely getting into training at that time, and I was at this place called Boxing Fit University up the street, and like on Campbell, closer to So, but they walked in and they were giving like, dude, it was like literally $4 or something like that for your membership, like, and I just didn't bite in on it, and I don't know why I do. Like, it was for other gyms and introductories, like you could go and get your membership like super low, and but then like. I knew I wasn't gonna have that job forever and be doing that, so that place opened and it was off. But it looks cool. Like I like seeing the dark looking like the colors and stuff like that. Like the weights
on the inside.
It looks good for the video. So
it does.
It really does. A lot of people. It makes Tucson seem like Tucson got some stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I try and go there. I mean, at home I do some stuff too. I have just like some stuff in the garage that I try and work out. I'm trying to do more running when I can, get like actual cardio going versus just walking up on the stairs at a Stairmaster, like run a couple miles and try and get that down as much as possible. But yeah, sometimes I'll do workouts with my son too.
That's exciting.
Since he does football, so he's been playing. He's going on his fourth year playing now.
Right.
So he's super into it.
Right.
This kid's getting big.
That's exciting.
Him and I wear the same shoe size now, and
crazy.
He's only 11 years old.
That's crazy, dude. That's exciting though. Like what my trick has been lately is I have to be like make it fun and be inspiring if I want to get my kid to work out with me. Not that she won't, because she wrestles and does her own, like she's about to start track, and but like the extra stuff that I know will get like her to the next level.
Yeah.
I gotta take the coach out of it and just be dad and have fun.
Yeah.
And make it fun. Like,
that's tough sometimes too.
It is, because like even if I'm not coaching that day and I came in as a parent in work clothes, like, and I tried to like say something on the mat, like it's a whole different vibe and energy versus like if I start the practice, we do the normal setup, like, and we start building toward the moves, and then I'm coaching, like it's all open ears. But if I just walk in out of nowhere and I just start, jump in, like it's way different on energy, which is like there's probably lessons in there for sure that I get to like develop over time, but like that's like to get to the fast answer on math, like I know what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's it. But I'm sure there's a lot more theory behind it on like because I mean I could imagine like setting them up, starting the warm up, like it's setting the tone for what's about to happen.
Oh, 100%.
Like
Yeah.
versus just going straight for the kiss or something like that. Like you're warming up to like I'm the person now. You're listening to me. Like this is what's happening.
How long you been doing coaching for?
2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah. 2 years. It's I never really saw myself in it until my daughters got to an age. Like I was just working. And then my daughters got to an age where it started at like boxing. They wanted to box and stuff, and I started taking them. And I was like, all right, well, my sport life has started. And so once that came, like they fell into wrestling, and like that's somewhere I can help them. So it's like, all right, if I'm going to...
How did that feel for you, for them to... Because I played football growing up, and I wanted my son to do football.
Right.
And I never pushed it on because I didn't want to be that parent that pushes the sport on your kid too hard. And the moment he came and asked me, like, oh, Dad, I want to try football.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. Like, I know this.
It's an inspiring moment, right? Because you know that, like, the seed that you're planting, like, you're trying to water it right instead of just dumping a bucket on it and killing it off, right? Because you can kill the dream or the idea of that. So it was more of me, like, just talking through, like, the medals and stuff like that, like, but for me. And then, like, when the time came and we got on the mat and, like, it transitioned good because we started off boxing. Yeah. We were boxing there at the other gym that was closer to the house on the east side. And then it turned into, like, they have wrestling it was me and the owner who started, like, talking about building a wrestling class. And then all of a sudden we're like, hey, I want to do wrestling. You want to do wrestling? Like, yeah, we'll try it. And then they just kept coming. Yeah. And then, like, now they're like, my daughter's waiting by the door. Like, if I say I'm going to be home at a certain time and I'm not there, like, she's on it. Yeah. Like, she just got this iPad, dude, and she's like, will message me, like, how far are you? And then, like, she'll send emoji faces back, and, like, they're the mad faces and stuff. Like, if I try to pull, and it's like, dude, like, I have such a deep story behind, like, being left from, like, my mom not picking me up on time and stuff like that, leaving me at Roberts for hours, like, waiting for a ride, and, like, how that shaped my childhood and, like, with my integrity, with my word and stuff like that. So... or my even trust in other people, like when they say they're going to do something, like I got so much evidence already built up of like those broken commitments it makes it harder. So like I did my life work on building that back, but then now I'm reliving it again. So it's like to be the student twice on like, all right, if I say I'm going to do something to her, like I got to be there on time. And so that way I'm not doing the same thing, and it's not to feel like she's not important or not enough. And what she's doing doesn't matter. And I think that stuff naturally comes with kids already. Like I have another daughter who just loves to jump into the spotlight, and like I'll see her start to like backstep a little bit, or it's always about her kind of deal, or and now they're both like fighting for it. So like I don't know, it's a weird dynamic. But when they started getting into wrestling, and like my older daughter is like sticking with her, and my younger daughter she'll go a couple days, and she likes the fitness side of it. So who knows what's going to come from any of it. But at the same time, like just like I tell the parents when I'm in wrestling, like either you can come out and help them on the mat, or some other man's going to coach your kids and teach your kids their whole life. Yeah. Like this is the best quality time that you're going to get. Yeah. Like they'll see you in a different perspective. And what I got from it right away was that when I would teach stuff to the kids and they paid attention to me and they were grateful after, then my kids started to see me in a different light. And it was like, all right, Dad knows what he's talking about. Like, Dad, maybe what he's saying is right. Yeah. Versus me always being authoritative. But I think that's a fine line too with kids. Like either you're gonna be their friend or you're gonna be their dad and their coach. So like between coach and dad, like I'm learning to leave coaching at the door when we walk out of the gym, and then being back in a dad the moment that we're walking to the car together. Like I just picked him up, and then like even though I want to keep going and going, like I just separate them. So that way, like if it was a different scenario and we were parents picking up and going, but like that way I don't dump the whole bucket on them all the time. Like they still have a life.
Yeah, it's challenging, and it's like you said, it's finding that right balance between the two. Because same thing, I coach my son's team, and I coach the line, D line, O line, and he's a lineman.
Right.
So I'm coaching him, and it's like finding that good balance of like, yeah, I'm your dad, but in certain moments, like I'm your coach for this team,
right?
And I have to be hard on you plus everyone else, and hold everyone to the same standard and same accountability,
right?
So it's like it's finding a good balance. It sounds like you're doing it really, really well.
It doesn't feel like that, but damn, it feels good to hear it by someone else.
Great. But I love doing it too, and that's awesome. I want to get my daughters when they're old enough to start doing wrestling, because I had my son, he was in jiu-jitsu at 3 years old.
Yeah.
So from 3 to 5, before COVID hit, he was doing jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And just like the growth you see in that, I don't know, like I loved him being in that. And
right.
At that young of an age, it teach you like self-defense from bullies and stuff.
100%.
It was awesome. So girls for sure want to get them into some type of martial art,
right?
Boxing, just like you did. Jiu-jitsu or wrestling, it's going to be a skill that they just carry on from there, which is awesome.
100%. And there's just something about like those moments that they're like, if they're like the kids that I work with specifically, like I feel like I'm back at 29th and Swan. Like Broadway and Cole turned into the new 29th and Swan of like the type of kids that I got. Like, so we just shifted just a little bit. And like I'm meant to be there for a reason. And like there's some of these kids, like mine included, like they like this is I get to be their figure in their life, their person who's caring, because I mean, parents are parents. Like they working their butt off to make ends meet, right? Like it's hard. Like I think it really does take a village to raise them. Like, and everybody's got to be on point. Like,
yeah, it's huge. You have so much influence. Because I think of growing up and playing football. I played Scorpions, and
so did I.
Yeah.
Well, midget and like or not. God, Mighty Might. I started Mighty Might there. Yeah.
I started flag there all the way up to midget before you go into high school.
Yeah.
So I played Scorpions, but same thing too. It's like I looked up to my coaches so much, and they had so much influence on the field, and everything that they said mattered. And they tell me the same thing, like, oh, make sure like at home you're doing good and don't be getting in trouble, do your homework, whatever you need to do. And it's like, it's crazy how that responsibility and that role is like on us now.
Right.
And we maybe at times don't realize it.
Right.
But all these kids, the whole team, they're looking at us.
Right.
And we're their like idols now.
Right.
Whatever we say has that much of an impact, just like you're saying there too. So I think it's rewarding to have that type of impact on so many kids, and at the same time, it's like it's a good responsibility to have for us.
100%. And like it goes so far, because you're directly impacting those kids' lives. The parents are seeing from the sideline, like you're saying it in a different way that they don't, and it's again like it soaks in differently when you say it, right? Because maybe your life journey has caused you to see it a certain way, so when you explain it, like it can hit home and resonate differently than the parents.
Yeah.
And so like those are the important pieces on the lessons, because at the end of the day you're teaching lessons that they can carry on, because we're talking about evidence, right? Like you're building evidence in your life, and they'll have moments when they push through hard stuff, especially in a sport. Like there's so many factors where the other kids are messing around and they have to stay focused or disciplined, especially on the D line. Like the reason I liked D line, like when I played DN, I went semi-pro in college to play because I didn't want to give up football yet. So when I did, though, I stayed locked in. Like I had one job, and it was to get to the quarterback. And everybody else could be like, there was times where like the O-line we'd be fighting. I say we'd because they'd be mad. I'd be sticking to my job. Like they're fighting because the quarterback's yelling at them, but like I'm blowing through, getting to my spot, and not letting the like energy of the other side bring me down.
Yeah.
Like that could be said a whole bunch of different ways, but like at the end of the day, that what we're teaching at the same time is like for them to stay locked in, because there's going to be people yelling on the other side, thoughts come up. Like that's what's big for me right now, is like them learning like the foundation of what to go back to.
Yeah.
When the brain starts to take over too, like when you go into fight or flight, and you're starting to watch how they're responding, and either they're throwing a tantrum, or they're like getting aggressive, like you get to watch it, and then you get to use your life testament to share a story, and then bring them back to the game.
Yeah.
Like, and then everything's cool again, and then they see like at the end of it, like I think like when you're spending time and pouring it into people like that, like it truly is caring. Like you care like for their growth in their life. Like it's crazy how sports can do that too. Like especially youth sports. Like you get to build evidence and test yourself when you get into high school and stuff, but youth sports is like it gets big too. Like there's a lot of shaping, because you talk about like you were said that proudly when you were like, I was a Scorpions. Like
I mean, we don't like Scorpions now. My son plays for the Niners. So. But I agree 100%. I think that it's definitely rewarding. And it's like you're building this foundation with these kids. And same thing, it's like it's youth sports. It's like that's where the foundation's built. And then they go off into high school, and then that's when it really starts to count a bit more if they want to take it seriously and play college ball and everything. And then at the same time, too, like some of the best moments are just seeing these kids develop and grow. Or when they have like that light bulb moment of like, and it starts clicking. And it's like that's super rewarding too.
That's exciting, dude. That's my experience of it is it's fulfilling. Like it is one way to feel like when you put your head on the pillow at night, like you're either a good person or a bad person, and you pour every time you show up to practice, every time you pour into those like kids, like you're building evidence that you're on the good side.
Gotta give back. You gotta give back.
100%. 100%. You're either helping or hurting people. I think that's important. And the same now in our careers, like we're doing the same thing. Like it's always the message of we're here to help you and not hurt you. And using that same stuff. So that's exciting, man. If people want to learn more about you or find you or connect with you, where can they do that?
Just social media, Instagram, Facebook, Erik Estrada Realtor. Not related to the actor. I know this younger generation doesn't know who the hell Erik Estrada is, but all the older ones, they do.
They named you after him.
So Instagram, Facebook. I'm more active, I'd say, on Instagram. But you can reach out to me. Here to help any way that I possibly can, whether it's buying your first house, helping you sell a home, or again, just here to problem solve. If there's something going on in life and just in a bind and need a cash offer, I'm there for you too.
That's exciting. Well, to the people listening, if you didn't hear enough from what we talked about today, like that should be what you need as far as putting your trust into Erik as your realtor. His life testament, watching him be authentic here with us today, and most importantly, hearing that he's out to help people. Like that is important when it comes to making a big decision on buying a house. Like you want to work with people that you can trust, and you want to work with people that always have the best interest of you and your life, and someone who's really in the trenches with their family and giving back to the community. Like those are the people that you want. So reaching out to Erik on Instagram, what it sounds like could be the best way to get a hold of him. Look him up so that way you can see what he's doing out there in the industry, and making something happen, man. There's the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the next best time is going to be now. So if you haven't jumped into the market to buy a house yet, or it's just a thought, just like some of the stories you hear today, like it's going to take that first step of just doing it. And if you do the work, you'll get it done and earn it.
Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. It's been fun.